I'm 67 years old this year. Many of you might know me as General Douglas MacArthur. That is only one half of my life. Today, I want to talk to you about the first half, a story about creation, betrayal, and a dream that was brutally murdered. In 2003, I was an entrepreneur in the American toy industry, serving as a co-founder and head of marketing of my company. Back then, I designed a toy that was capable of changing the toy industry, Adopt Me Pets. It was the first product in the world to combine plush toys and a virtual internet interaction. Every box came with its own exclusive ID number, adoptive certificate, wallet card, an educational pop-up book, and collectible trading cards. Our website was a cartoon universe that offered kids a choice of 12 different pets that they could raise in our online virtual world. Once an Adopt Me toy was purchased, it could be brought to life at adoptme.com by unlocking its unique pet ID found in each box. In today's terms, you call that cloud adoption. At that time, our products were sitting right in the center stage, in the center of Toys R Us, it's Times Square, New York. I honestly thought that was the peak of my career. I knew in my heart that my toy concept would be a big seller in North America and Europe. But the good times didn't last long. Due to an internal corporate buyout of the retailer, our orders were abruptly cut off. Just when the company was going through its hardest time, I met a representative from the large Canadian retailer, Gons, a Walmart company, in 2004 at the Los Angeles Toy Fair. She acted incredibly professional and promised to get our toys into Walmarts all across North America. But she had one condition to comply to the Canadian market. I had to change all the packaging to bilingual English and French. And I had to promise them exclusive retail rights. So to keep my promise, I had to work like a madman for 3 straight months. I turned down every other order, drained the company's last bit of cash flow, and even showed them our core interactive interface without holding anything back. However, when I finally went to her with all the finished designs and the contract, all that greeted me was dead silence. She just vanished from the face of the earth. She didn't even reply to my emails. She didn't reply to my phone calls. I didn't realize it at the time, but I had personally handed over 3 years of my blood, sweat, tears, and the very lifeblood of my entire company to an absolute deceitful businesswoman. The result was that I went bankrupt. I went from being a proud, high-flying founder of an innovative company to living off odd jobs just to get by. In 2007, I sold everything I owned and moved to China with only $1,000 in my pocket. I'll admit it, I was completely beaten down back then, and I just wanted to leave that sickening environment that broke my heart. Less than 3 months after arriving in China, I was watching the American NBC Today Show on the internet. American television was blanketed with promotional commercials for a toy called Webkinz. Their toy became the #1 selling toy in North America for 2 years. Webkinz wasn't some new invention at all. That massive hit toy selling in America was a 99% copy of my design, my concept, and my virtual interactive world. By stealing my life's work, they built a commercial empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Meanwhile, the real creator was sitting on the other side of the planet, not knowing where his food or rent money would come from for the next month. By now, you all know the story. After that, I became loved by Chinese audiences for playing General Douglas MacArthur in the movie Battle at Lake Changjin. 20 years have passed since that heartbreak, and I am still very angry today. Whenever I think back on that moment, the stinging pain of betrayal is still incredibly real. And I'm not sharing this story with you to get your sympathy. And I'm not doing this to complain about how dark the world is. And I'm certainly not trying to teach you to go through life guarding yourself against everyone. When we are young, we are always so eager to prove ourselves to the world. The second we see a glimpse of opportunity, we can't wait to lay out all our passion, talent, and even everything we own right out there on the table. So those of you who are listening to me right now, what I want to tell you is this: your kindness, your inspiration, your hard work are all extremely precious things. Before you figure out someone's true colors, just don't hand over your bottom line just because they painted a pretty picture of the future for you. Trust must be earned before it is accepted. But what's even more important is this: if in the long river of life, you really do get pushed to the absolute extreme of bad luck, just like I was, getting scammed until you have nothing left to show for it, and plunging deep to the darkest point of your life, please remember to never, ever give up. I moved to China and I restarted my life. And I've even kicked off an acting career at my age. And as long as you are still breathing, as long as you are still willing to keep moving forward, as long as you have hope, always have the chance to rewrite your story. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. Let's properly introduce ourselves again. My name is My Way Duh, and I am so glad you are here with me to listen to my story. I really, really appreciate your support. And this is what I created with AdoptMe.com. This particular toy was what the kids could put on their backpack with a clip. This is one of 12 toys we have. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'm going to show you all of our toys and a lot more information.